my name is Jessica Chan here with Pathway Christian Prep, here to bring useful content to parents of school-aged children. Now today we're going to be talking about preparing for the end of the school year. Now you might be thinking as a parent, what do I need to do to prepare for the end of the school year? Isn't that the teacher's job? Well, actually, you'd be surprised. There's a lot that you can do as a parent to help ease the transition into summer. So we're going to talk about 3 really simple things. As usual, we like simple. If you want to read about it on our blog, you can head to www.pathwaychristian.org/blog and check out how parents can prepare for the end of the school year. So let's get started. The first thing that you can do to prepare your child and yourself for the end of the school year is to establish an easy routine. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again, routine. Routine is a lifesaver for not only parents, but students as well. It helps you set expectations for what's to come, helps your kids look at what's happening that day or that week or that month so that they're not so anxious or asking you thousands of questions. What are we doing today? What are we doing tomorrow? Having a routine and a calendar can help your child. So what I like to do is I actually have a monthly calendar. It's a whiteboard calendar on my wall, and I like to pencil in things that I know that are going to happen that month. And sometimes if I'm too busy or not as ambitious, I won't go as far as the entire month, but maybe week by week, and that's okay too. Special events, birthdays, outings, weekend trips. If you know you're doing something on a certain day, put it on there. If you know you want to take your kid out to the beach or have a play date, pencil that in there so that your child can have a visual of what's to come, and it can also ease their expectations and just really help smooth things out for the summer in your home. Okay, the next thing that you could do to prepare for the end of the school year is to celebrate your child's accomplishments. Now, you just completed an entire school year from fall till spring, and some of it was completely virtual or online. Some of it was half virtual, half in person. Whatever it was, it probably was not the norm of what it usually is. So give yourselves a pat on the back or an applause. You made it through the school year, and so did your child. So it's time to celebrate some small victories and accomplishments that they did in school. Even if your child's not graduating, they are moving from one grade to another, and they're moving up a level. So it's a good time to bring some closure to the year. Look at some things that they learned. Perhaps they didn't know multiplication at the beginning of the year, and they were really discouraged, and they thought that was really hard. So you can point it out to them. See, you did not know multiplication, and look at you now. You are multiplying in double digits, and that's something that you did all by yourself. And so it's a good time for them to feel encouragement, to understand how their hard work pays off and how their practice really makes a difference. So look at what they've done, what they've accomplished, maybe even look at some of their progress reports or report cards and how their grades are doing now, and really use this time to encourage your child. Now, the third thing that you can do to prepare for the end of the school year is to say thank you to your teachers and your staff at your school. Now, maybe you're the teacher and at school, and that might look a little bit different for you. But I think the whole point of this exercise is to give your child an attitude of gratitude. Teach them how to think about other people, how they can be an encouragement to others. There's a lot of people that were affected this school year and played a huge part in making this a successful year for a lot of students. So at your school, it could be the custodian, it could be the crossing guard, it could be the school librarian or an office clerk. It doesn't necessarily have to be their teacher, but of course, teachers and administration play a huge part. But just get your child thinking about the different people that play a part in the school and how they made a difference in your child's life, even if it wasn't super obvious to your child. This really helps play into their interpersonal skills as they say thank you to these people or write thank you notes for them. And it helps them to have more compassion and a little bit more empathy for what a hard year it has been for a lot of people. So saying thank you is a great way to close it off, and it also kind of wraps up the school year in bringing closure to your child as they understand that they're going to be saying goodbye to their classmates potentially and their teacher this year, and they'll be getting a new teacher next year and potentially some different classmates in their class next year. And a lot of times younger kids can be a little bit anxious or nervous about switching teachers or a classroom the following year. So this is a good time for you to talk about that and just ease their anxieties and allow them to think about the fond memories that they had and really get some closure. So we hope that that was helpful, and we just want to remind you that emotions are really normal, especially through transition. And although summer is typically universally really exciting for kids as they go on a break and they don't have school and they can play and be free, it still is a transition from one really routine thing to something that's typically not as routine. And so it's good to keep that in mind as parents to help children that may be a little bit more sensitive, or you notice that they may be acting out a little bit more, that this is also an emotional transition for them as well. And so if you practice some of these things, even if you have a loose plan, that will help in the long run. All right, so if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll be continuing to bring you useful content, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.